Hello everyone and welcome again to another exciting Saturday night action of NPHL Central from the Northern Premier Hockey League. And tonight, for the first time, we're in Wellington County as the Wellington County Royals host the Durham Hawks, who at one time were the Durham Devils and switched over to Durham Hawks, which I love. Their uniforms are terrific, and two teams who have started off the season with mixed reviews on one side, and the other side they've gotten right off and running just like they wanted to. The Wellington County Royals starting off at 1-2, knowing they're a way better team than a 1-2 record. Last weekend, dropping a 7-2 division to these Durham Hawks in a really great battle. I was talking to Justin prior to the game, Justin from the Durham Hawks, and he was saying that Wellington came out really strong in the game. Durham got out to a really good lead, but it was a battle right to the finish. And you can tell that on their home ice, Wellington will be trying to right last weekend's wrong. So Wellington sitting at 1-2 on the season. Durham getting off to a lightning fast start at 2-0 with some incredible additions. Taylor Best being in the big draft that had happened. Taylor Best, they've got Andrew Reinold now, Brian Bickle not in the lineup tonight. Reinold will be, and Lemke, a big name for Durham as well, and Wellington will look to counter punch in that regard. So a lot of hockey action. We will go right back to a quick break, and as soon as we come back, I'll update you on Friday night's action and the action that has already taken place over the Northern Premier Hockey League. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be right back. The Golden Horseshoe is a region of southern Ontario which lies at the western end of Lake Ontario, with outer boundaries stretching south to Lake Erie. It's going to be hard to get the support Quebec City, which is a part of the Horseshoe in the Great Lakes megalopolis, but they are hoping that some of the 11 million people that are a part of their exclusive Horseshoe Club will support this team on their journey in the NPHL. The more support a team has, the better chance that in the last moments of a tough, close game, the roar of their crowd will give them the edge every team desires, to add that extra bit of energy and adrenaline that could push them over the edge to execute a last-second goal to cement away a hard-fought Saturday night battle. And that's what they're hoping here in Wellington County. Their beautiful purple jerseys against the Durham Hawks. They're hoping that the fans can come out and support a great hockey club, a team that's looking to drive home a winning franchise in their new inaugural season here in the NPHL. James Bull and I are on tap and on site here in Wellington County to bring you the action that is the Northern Premier Hockey League. And we couldn't be more excited. We were not able to grab a game last weekend, which was tough on myself and James. We love being at the rink every single weekend and bringing you, the fan at home, the best hockey action, the best as we can bring it here, best broadcast that there is possible. Now, around the league today, there are some games that have been played, and we're going to bring you the highlights of that game. We'll give you the update on that, but I wanted to bring you first, start you from Friday night's games. There was 4 games on the schedule. The Alvinston Killer Bees, they improved their record to 4-0 in the season with an 8-2 win over the Strathroy Jets as they dropped to 2-1, or to 1-2. On the night, James McEwen led the way with a goal and 3 assists, and that gives him 4 goals and 8 assists on the season, and he's now leading the conference in points and assists for his efforts. Brandon Kudo added a couple of assists, and Cameron Krupa added 2 goals, and Joseph Raymaker was outstanding, stopping 37 of 39 shots, paving the way to the win. The Manotick Mariners played the Poggan Falls Rapids, and it was a shocking 14-1 win over Poggan Falls. Poggan Falls has an incredible hockey club, but the Mariners are incredibly solid this year. They just keep getting better and better. Last year, they matched and went toe-to-toe with the eventual champions, the North Dundas Rockets. But they, Bert Berkliev and company really came to the wire on this night. And Ryan Lau, he had a goal and 5 assists. Nathan Merritt, he had 5 assists. Ben Finkelstein had a hat trick, and Jacob Renault put up 2 goals and 2 assists as well, while Burke Berkliev stopped all 33 shots directed his way. So that just shows you just how good Poggan Falls can be in a 14-0 victory. You wouldn't think that they would have 33 shots on goal, but they certainly did, and they will look to rebound from that in their next event. The South Stormont Mustangs, they're off to a slow start as they dropped to 1-2 on the season after a 7-4 loss to the Shawville Pontiacs last night. Shawville came out scoring 4 of the first 5 goals and never looked back. 2 goals and an assist from Julian Aruda, 2 assists from Jacob Waugh, Xavier Raby, and Joey Brennan were big, and Jean-Philippe Caron scoring 2 goals. Added that extra offense they needed to salt away the win. Denick Boisvert put on quite a performance, stopping 38 of 42 shots and pumped away the put that was pumped his way. And the Orangeville Blitz, they stay undefeated, and the Halton Hill Coyotes continue to look for their first win of this young season as they dropped a hard-fought battle 7-5. If they play with the same determination they played with Friday night, they will have no problem the rest of the way. Wins will come with the never-give-up hockey attitude. The league changed 6 times throughout that game, 3 apiece. It was back and forth game the entire way, but the Orangeville Blitz's Justin Auger and Luke Petrovic both had 2 goals apiece, and Ty Campbell had a goal and 3 assists for his efforts, and that was the way that one ended. But 3 great games last night, and big night on the sched tonight. There's with this game as well, there's 7 total games on the schedule. Kind of a tame night compared to the last weekend with 11 games on the schedule the last time that we were with you at home. We have 1 final, maybe 2. I haven't checked yet if it is a final. It is. So there's 2 finals tonight.
The Tamworth Sabres still looking for their first win. They're 0-4 in the season now as they drop an 0-5 now. And they drop an 8-4 final to the Westport Lumberjacks as they even their season up at 2 wins and 2 losses. For Tamworth, Liam Wilkinson and Cody Bugart with 2 assists. Noah Westwater with 2 goals. And Dean Gouvreau stopped 44 of 51 shots faced tonight. He was absolutely incredible. Talking to a couple of guys from there after the game, he said that he was absolutely amazing. For Westport, Mitchell Larrabee had 3 goals, a hat trick, and 1 assist. Devin Burns had 2 goals and 2 assists on the night. And it was just a stellar performance by the Westport Lumberjacks, who have a really geared up hockey club for this season, looking to make waves and do some damage in their conference. And then also the final there from the Iron Prior and Akwesasne game, 4-3 final. Oh no, it was 4-3, sorry, when I last looked. 7-4 final for Akwesasne at the Anoa Lagoa Arena out there in Akwesasne. For Akwesasne, a hat trick for Greg Gibson, 3 goals and 2 assists. Christopher Maggie, a goal and 3 assists on the night, 2 goals and assists for Chris Newhook. Evan Scott added 2 assists as well. And stopping 26 of 30 shots was Corey Garrow on the way to the victory. But I'll tell you, Akwesasne really put a lot of shots on goal. Thomas Kite had a goal and 2 assists. Goal and assists on, for Adrian Moyes just wasn't enough, as Carlin Lyle stopped 60 of 66 shots faced in that one. I'll tell you right now, he has got to be a little bit tired after facing that many shots in the game, but a great back and forth battle. Like I say, it was 4-3 when I checked it not too long ago, and they just Akwesasne, they've got a really good group over there, and stormed back to take the lead. And so Stormont Mustangs, I was saying, a very shocking start to their season, which for them, you know, they just go with it in stride, and they know exactly how to push the right buttons to gear up and turn any season around. It's incredibly early. And right now against the South Grenville Rangers, who right now are having themselves an incredible season, South Stormont leads this game 5-0. Justin McCrae with 2 goals. Goal and assist for Brandon Jacome and Keenan Mackie Mosaic. Not exactly sure how to say that, folks. I do apologize. But Mikel Poirier with 2 assists. Isaac Barr, a legendary hockey player here in the NPHL. He had a couple assists as well. And same for Duncan Campbell. Connor Sills with the other goal in the game. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll be right back. Levy Mitchell stopped all 13 shots he's faced so far in this one, and Michael DeWolf has stopped 23 of 28 directed his way. And for Julie Albertson, I hope that you're at the arena out there in Deserano, but if you're not, it's a 3-0 lead right now for Deserano going into the second period over the Lindsay Barncats. Shots on goal in that first period were 23-15. Oh, my good buddy Greg Arnberg, he has himself a goal and 2 assists on the night. Luke Brown with a goal and 2 assists as well, and Johnny Hill with a goal. Alex Ewell with 2 assists on the evening. The goaltending matchup in that one is for the Bulldogs. Good old Corey Kuipers, goalie of the year, and an incredible goaltender for Deserano. He stopped all 15 shots directed his way, and Seamus Egan has stopped 20 of 23. The other, another game that started, it's very new. It's only 6 minutes left in the first. Manotick Mariners, Pogham Falls. As I was going to say in the opening, but I figured I'd get to it when we did the update. They get a chance at revenge tonight against the Mariners, and it's 2-1 to start that game. Manotick got out to a, they scored a quick goal by Ryan Lau again. I'm telling you, he is, or Ryan Lau, sorry, Poirier. Neil Poirier from Nicholas Herme and Jonathan Sear, but Kevin Domingue tied it up for Pogham Falls. Then Ryan Lau, he is something else for Manotick, and he made it 2-1. That game is, as I say, just ending the first period, and I'm telling you folks, it's going to be quite a game, so I'm not sure if they have a live stream or anything, but to have that on a second screen, if you can. That's 8 points now for Ryan Lau in this early season. And he is really doing an incredible job out there in Nantucket. But here we've got Durham and we've got Wellington County, and it's going to be a great game. I'm not 100% sure on the starting goaltenders for it tonight, but when that happens, we will definitely let you know. But around the league again, as I was going to say, the Tweed Oil Kings play the Smith Falls Ritos. That will be starting relatively soon. The Lakers and Blitz face off, and the Coyotes and the Ironmen as well. So lots going on around the league. Didn't actually see those last two games. I don't know why I didn't come up on my thing, but so we've actually got, it's like 9 games on the schedule tonight. And we'll keep you updated as the evening goes along. Bluebirds and the Irish face off as well. So yeah, it's going to be an incredible evening of hockey. We're glad to have you along for the ride. And the final numbers for who will be where on the ice tonight, it's not been given to me yet, so I don't know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Calvin Watasic came over here to Wellington, and I mean he just loves being here. He absolutely loves this hockey club, and it's going to be something when he gets going tonight. It's going to be great to see him. He was a former Smith Falls Rito, and he did a great job out there. Really put on a show for the Rito faithful, and he was a fan favorite, so him leaving was incredibly disappointing to them. But he's home now, and he is, he does, I'd seen a message stating that he does miss Smith Falls, but he absolutely loves it here in Wellington. So 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, and we'll get this game going. We'll have an update on the games that we'll be doing in the future. Any teams around the NPHL would like to have us come to their games, just let us know. And we have a bunch of games that are secured for other teams that have reached out and employed our services. But we will make sure that we try and get you in on a later date if we can't get you on the one that you're most looking to have us do. Love to get in every arena. And in, the distances between James and I are from Kingston, Ontario, so it's difficult to get out to some of them and make it feasible for the team to have us there without completely breaking their bank. But we'd love to be in every arena this season if we can. And again, just reach out to myself, Billy Bowl, on Facebook, and I'll get back to you as soon as it's humanly possible. So in the lineup tonight for Durham, guys that I wanted to mention, that Austin Jeffries, Andrew Reinhold, Jordan Nesbitt, Matt Bruinsma, former Frontenac Phantom, and he's been around this league with them, and he was incredible, a standout there. But Dakota Betts, as I said, Luigi Martone, friend of the show, he'll be on the ice tonight, number 89. And we're excited to be here, folks. Hope that you enjoy the broadcast, because this league is growing quickly. Oh, one other note while we have 30 seconds left. Somebody had asked me last week from Barry's Bay in the crowd if this conference will be playing against the other conference. And they will not cross for the regular season, and they will not cross in the playoffs. It'll be one championship for each conference. And then when they meet in the Outlaw tournament, which I am so pumped, it's going to be in the summer. That is going to be so much fun, being around Smith Falls Arena for that length of time, and that will be hardwired out in Smith Falls for that Outlaw tournament, James. It's going to be so much fun, and we will bring you every single game that we can. My voice can only last so long. Maybe my son can get in on some of the play-by-play. I'll teach him how to do it, but my voice can only last so long. So we would love to do every game, but we will do our very best to make sure that we get some of the teams that we haven't covered over the regular season and throughout the playoffs in, and we'll see if we can get the best matchups, and definitely the playoffs and the finals. So looking forward to that. And as they clear the ice, we will take a break and go into our own little break as the Zamboni comes out to flood the ice, folks. From Wellington, the County Royals hosting the Durham Hawks. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back right after this. Share, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell. I hate that. We'll be back, folks. As the last leaves fall, many look at that as the end of hot summer days, the end of swimming trips and beautiful walks along the beach and cookouts with friends and family. For the rest of us, we look at it as the beginning of the most exciting and wonderful time of the year, the time where the ice freezes and the cold holds your breath for a second for you to take a look at, a time where the throwing sticks has a different meaning. Saturday is no longer beach day, it becomes hockey night. The time of year when between the hours of 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. on that special day seems to go by way too fast, but the anticipation all week long is excruciating and worth it. It's that time of year where nothing else matters for 60 minutes or 3 hours or 3 overtimes. For us, the weather is not always great, but when nets, sticks, and one puck is involved, it feels like the sun is shining 24/7. It's hockey time. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hello everyone, I'm Billy Bowl alongside my son and trusted colleague James Bowl, and we'll send it down to ringside for our O Canada. Hello everyone and welcome again for some exciting NPHL Central action between the Wellington County Royals and the Durham Hawks. In net tonight for the Hawks, it looks like they're going with Stefan Horn, 2-0 on the season, a 120 goals against and a 943 save percentage. At the other end of the ice, I wish I could see his number, it looks like 41, Christian Crystalin, 1-1 this season, and looking to bring the Wellington County Royals to 2-2 on the season. The Hawks, as I said in the opening, 2-1. It should be some impressive hockey here tonight between two clubs that really have a lot to feel good about in this season. They got Reinhold at the draw, Baker to his right, and the first puck drop is won back to Durham. DDD pass over to O'Donnell, looking for Baker on the right side, and he'll connect. Cross ice pass will reach quickly for Betts. Looking shot towards the net, and it just hit somebody and went in behind the net. Back to O'Donnell at the point. They'll throw it in behind the net, and they'll try and set up. Baker back to Reinhold. Back to the point. Former Tweed Oil King, Andrew Reinhold. Behind the net, trying to come out with it. Good stick check there to knock him off the puck and move it along to the point and kept in. Trying to get it back down low. Reinhold chased after it, but it'll be Brandon Peaver there first and take a hit. Looking into the corner and out with it are the Royals to center. Nice little chip pass to get it through the neutral zone. Chasing after that one is Moore. Can't get there first. First line changes of the game will happen. First minute of the period in. Looking into the front. What a great save to keep it at 0-0. Early chance for the Hawks. That's kept out by Crystalin through center, and wheeling now on a breakaway is Brooks. He couldn't get ahead of him. A great defensive play towards that opportunity along the half wall now. The Hawks looking to get it out. Big chance from both ends of the ice. Good stick lift there by Donovan. In their own zone, and a nice pass off the half wall out through center. It's picked off by Clark. Move it back across the blue line to the red line and in. Jones will snap it on. A good stick save, but it's right there in front. The shot and a nice save by Crystalin as he left it there in front of the net for number 26, who I do not have on here for some reason. I'll have to find out who that is. Carter Clark. Face off to the right of Crystalline. One back by Durham from the point of the half wall and looking in behind the net, and it'll finally get there. Moffat threw it out in front of the net, got deflected away, chipped along the wall, thrown rink wide. Body checking going on early in this one. It's going to be a physical battle. Last week, Durham got the better of the Royals 7-2 in Durham, so they'll look to do the same here on their home ice. Moffat in behind the net. Good head fake there. Chipped it out to the blue line. They'll look to regroup. They'll dump it back in, and a 1-on-4. Horn out. Play that over to Jeffries along the wall, but it's met quickly there as well by Saint-Pierre. Bradley around behind the net to DeMail. Long ice pass. No ice out of the reach there of Saint-Pierre, but no icing. Looking into the slot as he's streaking in, but he's covered. Cycle it back to the point. Shot! A nice glove save by Crystalline. He's looking sharp early on in this battle. Now the Royals is speaking prior to the game that they really feel like they have a team that can compete this season for a championship. And I was talking to Justin, like I say, prior to the game, and he was saying from the Hawks, he was saying that, you know, County really gave them a test. The score did not really give a good example of how well County Royals played in that one. And they'll look to come out with fire early on. Pass through, and that was a risky play there that almost resulted in a 2-on-1 break. It'll be covered up by Crystalline. There'll be a face-off just as left. 16:56 remaining here in the first period. Both these teams looking to get their footing. Put on a show in this beautiful arena here in Wellington. It's absolutely terrific. And a lot of hockey here yet to be played. Wellington will win the draw. That hits the tape. He's in on goal. Break. He got stick lifted last second and couldn't get the shot off. And Stefan Horn will hold on to the faceoff. Tyson Moore made a great back check on that one. And in your first intermission, folks, we'll have a bit of a highlight over the additions to both sides of these teams and why they are considered, a puck just about bounces in front of that, considered to be really big contenders for the championship. Looks like a breakaway, and it is on goal. Baker, and he's stopped by Crystalline again. Unbelievable goaltending from the Wellington keeper. Early on in this one, Reinhold coming in, looking. The snap shot hits off the heel of his stick and goes up into the glass. Rhino in his first game had 3 goals and 3 assists, 6 points. That shot hits a leg, stung him a bit, but it didn't bother him. He needs off, though. He makes the play. He's away now, and that's going to be a hooking call. Shot it up over the net. Comes back to the blue line. Kevin Watasek. And it will be a penalty coming up early on in this one to Jake O'Donnell. Look like a hooking. And Wellington will go to the power play. Now where James has the camera here on that left side, you can see up in the Task Force Lounge, there's a lot of people sitting up there. It's hard to see. He's going to try and get a shot of it, but it's hard to see up there because of the mesh.
Diner or restaurant or something.
Diner or restaurant.
Nice light fixtures. It's hard to see with the net though.
That's chipped over, and they're in on a break. Toe drag. He tried to get it over, and a great defensive play there. Thwarts that opportunity by Austin Jeffries, and it's out to center ice. Looking to bring it across the line and get set up. That's dumped in around the boards. Along the half wall. Need to get it, tried to get it back to the point, but that was picked off there by Lemke. Across now the blue line, the snap shot, and Crystalline making some great saves early on in this one to give the Royals an opportunity to counterpunch here early on. Unfortunate, James. You can see the penalty on the left side of the scoreboard over there, but it's not on our side. See on this side? Yeah, I can't tell how much time's left in the penalty. 1:20 left in the power play. Thank you, son. And He'll have to, oh, he knocked his stick out of his hand, and Andrew Reinold is going to go to the box for slashing. And what they say on the ice for the opposition is hold on to your stick. That's what they always say in that situation, is find a way to hold on to your stick, because he knocked his stick out of his hands. 2 minutes for slashing. Never really liked that penalty, to be honest. But it's a penalty all over the world. It's knocked back to the blue line. Looking for an opportunity is Samis to the dot. Back to the point, and a rip shot by Peever, and he scored! What a shot! Right through the wickets, Brandon Peever. And the Wellington County Royals lead this one 1-0 early. The fist bumps take center stage, and that was quick too, so they'll have a really good opportunity early on in this one to go up 2 as the power play continues. Oh, nice. Excellent job. I like that. That puck is out through center. Dakota Betts. It's over to O'Donnell, and he'll send that all the way down. Crystalline out to play it. He loses the puck. It's in front, and they score! Killing a penalty. Crystalline came out, didn't play it hard enough off the boards. It was picked up by the forechecker, and we are tied at 1. Miscue. Crystalline's played so well in the early 5 minutes of this game, and that one he would definitely like to have back. It's tied here early on. Turning in his own zone is Dakota Betts. Trying to fire that up ice. And it's throwing it out in front of the net. Looking back to the top of the circle. They'll throw it back to O'Donnell at the blue line. Shot through. Hits the back of the jersey of Neary. Goes along the wall. A pass. Right Tate to Moore. Watasic trying to get through. Pass overshoots. Stopped by Horn. Trying to come back around to the other side, and he can't. Good stick lift there. He'll take that puck away, but the forecheck ensues. Watasic turns, sends that along to the corner, looking in front of the net. What a stop, but what a beautiful feather pass by Calvin Watasic. And he keeps it at 1-1. It's like there's 44 seconds remaining in the penalty. They've got one, but they gave up a shorthanded goal as well. And that's where we find ourselves. A pass. D to D, trying to one-hand it, kept on his skate, nice pass over. The Royals will send it in onside. Horn steers that to the corner. Robinson can't pick that puck up. It's out through center. Peever with that rocket goal from the blue line and went straight through. Looked like a bit of a screen in front of the net, but Peever's got a goal early on in this game. Hope you're all enjoying it at home on this beautiful Saturday night here from Wellington, and actually a really nice drive out here from Kingston. And everybody here is just so welcoming and so warm and helpful as well. And we greatly appreciate it. That hit him. That stung a little bit. 8 seconds remaining in the power play. And you hear the tap from Crystalline back to the blue line. They'll try and get a shot through. Careful with that one, my goodness. Looking in front of the net, it hit a stick, went up in the air, and they won't get a shot to end the penalty. 5 aside now, 13:10 to go here in the first. Nice sauce pass up to Arnold. He'll get to the red line and dump it in. The dump and chase is on. Zach Brooks going in after. DeMaio get back to the blue line. They'll keep it in. Nice move to get into a nice scoring chance here. Shot it towards the net. The redirect stop by Horn. A scrum ensues. Played back to him to the blue line. St. Pierre will throw it in behind the net. Arnold into the front. Chance! Stop by Horn again. They'll try and clear it away to the dot, though. Shot through, hits a stick, goes up into the glass and around to the far boards to Hunter. Deflected again off the boards and in behind the net. And a huge hit there. Finishing that one was number 55, Nate Boomauer. James really likes that name. He was saying prior to the game, and he'll be on Durham's mind for the rest of this one. That was a good hit. That pass through the danger zone, but they've got a 3-on-2 to boot. Well, that's killed right away with the line change. Boomhauer with a boom shot, and he just missed the short side. Back to the blue line. Knocked off to the seat of his pants there, trying to keep it in. Flipped in over the nice diving play there to get it across the line by Seth Van Black. Smith being chased down by, well, we've got a little bit of a rowdy dow here at the bench. A little fisticuffs a brewing. Yep, Nesbitt, he's going to drop him. And he's going up against Boomhauer. And Boomhauer looks like he got the better of him in this one, but it's two tough guys. Good tilt. And Boomhauer, he had a good hit there early on. And like I was saying, he'll be on their mind as well. And he's going to go into the dressing room. The ref trying to get them all under control, as he doesn't want it to get out of hand early. And you think these guys aren't playing for something? Let me tell you, folks, who cares if it's game 3 and game 4 respectively for these two teams. They do not want to get behind the 8 ball early on in this one. They want to make sure that they don't fall behind, and getting physical is definitely one way to do that. And they'll get this all sorted out, and we'll be back to some hockey action. Just in southwestern Ontario, part of the greater Golden Horseshoe as it's called, here in Wellington County. So far this season, Durham with an 11-0 win over Tamworth, and that 7-2 win I was talking about against the County Royals last weekend. Saw in his first game of St. Hawks, Andrew Reinhold. He was out on quite a performance, netting a hat trick and adding 3 assists, I was saying as well. You know, he's really showing his teammates that he loves his new team, and that big C, he's the captain on the front of his jersey, will not weigh him down. It'll only add to the incredible name that he's made for himself over his 4 seasons in the NPHL, playing for the Tweed Oil Kings and scoring 72 goals and adding 52 assists in only 66 games in his career. And, you know, adding Rhino to Durham and cementing him as their captain was not the only brilliant move Durham made while joining the NPHL. They loaded up, adding players, like I say, Taylor. What? Yep, Rhino talking away. He's the captain this year. That Taylor Best as well, who was a fan favorite in Deserano during his 2 seasons of the Dog Pound, scoring 14 goals, adding 27 assists in 28 games. James and I, we've covered a lot of the Deserano games over the years, and he was always an impact player with incredible offensive upsides. Dakota Betts, another gifted player who has excellent offensive upsides and takes his defensive responsibilities seriously. And last season for the Barn faithful and Lindsay, Betts scored 4 goals and added 14 assists in 16 games over that short span as well. And now coming over here, he's looking to make his mark. And Luigi Martone, who has been around the NPHL since 2021 and since then has played for the Oil Kings, the Center Hastings Ice Miners, and the Barry's Bay Wolves over that time. He's accumulated 37 goals, 48 assists in 73 games. A great 200-foot player who in both ends of the ice is great. He's an excellent player in the dressing room as well. He adds that calm demeanor every team needs to succeed, and Durham caught a glimpse of his talents in his first game with him netting 3 assists in the game against the Royals. Not only that, he's a friend of the show. What were you saying, son? Thank you for showing me that. So if that's correct, it looks like Durham's going to get a 6-minute power play. The jawing continues. The jawing continues here right in front of me. Pass back to the point, Betts. Pass over to Ackerman. Walks in, the shot hits a foot, back to the point. Passed over to Ackerman. Down low to the corner. Into the slot, chip back to the point. Betts, shot through, hits a leg, and it'll come all the way back down in a foot race, but Horn will win that one. Shovels it up to the middle of the ice. It'll be in offside. So I'll tell you, the intensity is building, and we are only 9 minutes into this game. It's going to get really interesting here in Wellington. Rhino, the pass over, connects And they'll look to move in and take control of this game into the slot to Baker, and he couldn't connect. Looking again to the slot, but he'll go back to the point to Betts. Dakota Betts at the blue line. He'll look to fire it through the redirect. Goes astray, and it'll be fired down the ice, and they'll kill the first minute and 10 of this power play. Line change. First unit comes off. O'Donnell. Pass up. Betts will gain the blue line, but they'll come in offside, and they'll restart it again. 4 minutes and 39 seconds. The Durham power play. It's not too bad, Cheryl, actually, to be honest. It's not too bad. It's not crazy big, though, no. O'Donnell. That pass hits the blue line and across the red, and they're in. Jones going to drop it back to O'Donnell. Get no to the slot. What a move there, but he couldn't get it, and a beauty save there to keep it out. And the redirect, he just lost the handle at the last second, and Crystalline was there to close the door and make a big save to the red line. Sift pass over to Luigi Martone. Pass over to Clark, and he's in. Clark, the shot. The rebound is there, and he scored. And Durham takes a 2-1 lead with still 4 minutes remaining here in the power play. So that's 1 for 1, really. It's a 6-minute power play. I'm pretty sure it's just 3 minors. We'll check that actually on the website if they've got it up right yet. And we'll see if it's a 6-minute major, which I've never actually seen before. But if it is, then that should go down to 4 minutes because they've just scored on one of the power plays, and it will kill one of them. Let's see, Nate Boomhauer, 5-minute major for fighting, and an instigator for 2. So oh wow. So 2-minute slashing to Nate Boomhauer. Nate Boomhauer is serving the too many men on the ice and the minor instigator, as well as the 5-minute major for fighting. Unreal. So that should be 4 minutes remaining here in the power play. Your Calvin Watasek from Brandon Peaver, actually. There was a redirect from Calvin Watasek in front of the net, and John Sammies got the assist as well. And then Dawson Baker from Brock Ackerman for the goal for Durham. A nice deflection away there. Good forecheck by Malcolm Hurd, and he's going after Betts with everything he's got. Hopefully they update that soon on the website, and I can give you who scored that one. Across the line and ripped in behind the net. They'll go in after that one. Lemke gets there first. He's got Rhino with him. Rhino in the corner with Lemke. Trying to dig it out. They will and get it back to Baker. Cross ice pass. Betts to Baker. Baker pass over now to Rhino. Rhino, he's got magic hands. Throwing it across ice. They have 4 guys down low for Durham. My goodness. Overloading the front of that net and to the sides as well. Betts shovels it along the wall, redirects that one in behind the net, but it's poked away and chipped down the ice. And the Royals will get a line change. Horn trying to hold it in his own zone. He has a hard time playing that puck limit. He's a great goaltender, but he tries like I did, stay inside the net and play it as the least amount as possible. Up through center, across the line, he's bodied. Ackerman will stay with the puck and throw it into the slot. Baker looking for Betts, and it's a great defensive play there to knock that one off stride by Moore. Rhino throwing it in behind the net. They're set up nicely with 2:25 to go. Betts the shot, and a nice stop by Crystal, and in front of the net, a tic-tac play, and it's 3-1 Durham. They scored on the second power play. That'll bring it down to 2 minutes. They only had to kill the first one for another second. And they would have went down to 2 minutes. In this one, there's only 22 seconds left in the second power play. And if they would have killed that one as well, this would be over, and they'd be back to 5-a-side hockey. And I'll tell you, 5-on-5, this has been an incredible game, but Durham's power play is lethal. There's Luigi Martone, James, number 89. Indeed, gives him the old thumbs up. You're playing a great game, Luigi. Keep her up, buddy. Drilled to the blue line, kicked up, and Smith made an incredible play to Mayo. Cross ice pass. Tried to get it out. Luigi Martone with a nice move. coming in to the hash marks. He'll throw it back to the blue line. Look D to D, but DeMeo was sneaking in. That one went astray. That one's just off stride, and the Royals in their own zone try and move this out and drill it down the ice. Duff and Horn couldn't get there in time. Trying to cut that off of the pass was DeMeo. He will win the battle, and they will come up ice on a 2-on-2 though. Clark across the blue line. Looking into the slot, a great defensive play, and he'll just snap that down the ice to kill the pressure. Actually, the crowd, Cheryl, is pretty good. If the people that were up in the Task Force Lounge came down, it'd be quite a bit more of a full arena. There's a lot of people sitting up there. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. O'Donnell across the blue line. Looking back, and a good feed. Connects to the backhand. Throwing it back to the point, hit his own player, so that'll stay inside the zone. Thrown on goal, and Crystalline will hold that one. And he's been excellent in the early going of this one. One miscue and a puck playing incident behind the net, and then 2 goals he really didn't have a chance on. So he's just got to stay with it. Face off to the left of Horn. Crystalline, sorry. I was looking at Horn there. Scrum draw. Wellington will win the draw and hit the referee in the back. Bradley, he'll leave it for Moffat. A good blocker save by Crystalline, and they see the opportunity. It's a headman pass up ice. Hurd trying to go around him. He'll give it off a chance, and he couldn't find the back of the net as Horn kept his foot along that post. His pad along the ice through center. Good body, but couldn't knock him right off stride. Enough to put him in behind the net. Tried to throw it to Moffat, back to the point to O'Donnell. A nice save by Crystalline. 12 seconds remaining in the power play. He'll shovel it up through center, and that will reach the outstretched arms of Hurd. Throw it down the ice just in time to kill that 3rd penalty. And now they need to get back to the offense more. He's all alone as they make a line change. He's bodied to the ice by Jeffers. To the corner and thrown in behind the net. Watasic tried to avoid O'Donnell. He's knocked off the puck out through center. Baker finds Moffat streaking in on the right side, but he hit him in the skates and went into the corner. Circling out. Throwing it along the wall. Rhino into the slot. A great pass. Shoots and scores! Dakota Betts. And it's 4-1. Nifty play by Andrew Reinold to Dakota Betts on the forecheck. And Durham out to a 4-1 lead. Now this is what kind of happened in last weekend's game. And County Royals really stormed back in the 2nd and 3rd period. They weren't able to come back, but they did not give up. And that's something that their fans will really appreciate, I'll tell you, over the length of this season. And you can see the talent there on the ice. They've really got a lot of good stuff going for them. But I'll tell you, this Durham club is loaded, full of great talent. I was hoping that Bickle would be here tonight. He is not. Bruinsma is in the lineup. Actually, I haven't seen him much. Number 7. You see over there. Is he on the bench? I'll take a look. But a lot of great players here in Durham as well. The puck's chipped in along the blue line, but it's knocked down. DeMeo across the line and over. They looked for the slot pass, and he just hadn't got there in time. Calvin Watasic put a snapshot up, hit the glass out. That hit the wall, and they'll kill it, and they'll have a face-off just outside the zone. 5:06 remaining here in the first. Remember, folks, they'll have it inside the zone as they hit the Durham defenseman. Remember, folks, in the first intermission, we will have a update of course, the scoring summary in this game, but around the league, and a little bit of information on some of the additions that both teams have added in the offseason. That's back to the point. Wellington shot through, and a nice defensive play. It almost found his tape in front of the net. Back to the point again, and he'll rip this one. A great block again by Jeffers. The corner, throwing it into the slot. That'll go all the way back to the blue line and kept in. Shot, and a great block there by Smale. Long ice pass, and it's going to go a long way for icing. And we'll bring it all the way back to the Wellington zone. To the right of Crystalline. Scrum draw. Bodied at the top of the circle, and Jones will snap that, knock down in front of the net. And they'll try and turn it around here. Brooks looking to get in front of the net, and Crystal in a great pair of saves there, and he'll hold on. He's really giving the Royals an opportunity to get back into this game early on. The shots totaling right now, as we see, 21 for Durham and 9 for the Royals. Royals getting their own chances as well. Horn stopped them though. Face off is one, and it'll go back to the blue line, sent into the corner, rolls off his stick, goes to the right side here. Bradley to the slot, and a good defensive play there, thwarts that opportunity, and out through center they come with speed is Moore. The pass over, tried the return pass, but waited a little too long. And that's knifed down the ice. Now give and dump and chase Nesbitt into his own zone. Across the blue line in his own zone to Lemke. Lemke fans on the pass. Off the wall. Knocked down by Bradley. That's up through center. Missed the hit there. Bradley will come all the way back into his own zone. A smart play to Matt Bruinsma. Pass is picked off. They're in on goal. Shoots, and Horn makes a great save. What a nice pick to give Kirby an opportunity. But that was a great stop there. There's Bruinsma. Offensive talent, and he shot it far side. I'm telling you, I think that's his first shift of this game. Turnover inside of his own zone, but he really made something happen there. Almost had a goal. Very offensive defenseman. Unless he's playing forward tonight, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he must be. That's knocked down. And he's away. Moore waiting for help. Hits a body, and it comes back, and they're racing up the other way in a 3-on-2. The drop pass, a good stick check. And Wellington pass up. Was in behind him, and he didn't turn around to check and see if it was coming. O'Donnell behind his own net. Reinhold chips it off the glass. Watasic tried to feed that one to Moore. Around to the other side with Tasic, rubbed out of the play by Nesbitt, but it goes back to the point in the shot. The amount of block shots in this first period, folks, is unbelievable. Fired around to the other side, and Moore will try and move this puck into the slot, back to the point now. Near he shoots, stopped by Horn. Ripped around the glass to the blue line and out, and it is going to go 200 feet for icing with 2:11 remaining here in the first. Last goal scored by Dakota Betts from Dawson Baker and Andrew Reinhold. Justin Lemke and Dakota Betts, and Andrew Reinhold with the goal for the third goal of the game. And Austin Jeffers from Carter Clark and Luigi Martone for the second goal of the game for the Durham Hawks. Dakota Betts, after a nice hit there by Nesbitt, to force them dumping it in. O'Donnell flips it off the glass, and it stayed in. Back to the point and out. Chips it off the wall. On the near side here, but that's going to be outside. And we'll have a face-off just outside the zone in front of the Royal bench. Draw one back to DeMayo. Pass over. Great speed in, shot, and Crystalin, how great he's been. That's easy picking for him. A little bit of bumping in front of that net. Right in behind the net, and they'll start it back up again. Throwing it rink wide. And Durham will control the play. DeMayo, that pass over to Jeffers, and he's wheeling out, drills it in around the net. Ackerman in after that one. Justin, prior to the game from Durham, not Justin Allery, Justin from Durham, was saying that Ackerman is one of their best players they have on the club, and they're really excited to have him along for the season, and that looked like it cleared the glass, and it may be a 2-minute Yep, 2 minutes. Firing it out over the glass. And Durham will go back to the power play. 1 minute and 9 seconds into this left in this period. They could open up a 5-1 lead. Won by the Royals. Thrown back to the point. Into the corner now for Rhino. Ackerman. Back to Betts. Betts shoots. Oh, what a pass! And a great save by Crystalline. The crafty Rhino. Betts with that beauty fake shot down low to him. And Crystalline again coming up big for the Royals. The draw. A scrum draw. It'll go back to Dakota Betts. Straddles the blue line. Pass over to Ackerman. 1-tee shot, and Crystalline through a screen in front finds that one, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Christian Crystalline putting on quite a performance here in the first period. And, you know, people say, oh, you know, it's 4-1. How can he be putting on a show? You got to watch the game and actually love hockey to see what he's doing right now. It's hard to keep focus when, and that's drilled down the ice. They'll kill a lot of this, a lot of the time there remaining in this period. 30 seconds to go. To keep your focus when, you know, a long 6-minute power play. And Durham is really putting the gears on here in the early going of this one. Reinhold knocked down. He tried to make the second effort there, but couldn't come up with the puck. 12 seconds to go. Horn out, and he'll play that one. But that's going to wind down the period. Maybe one more chance. A long ice pass. Pass over now. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Drop. Too many passes, and they'll miss the net. But they will come out of the first period with a 4-1 lead in favor of Durham. Shots on goal in the period. 25 for the Durham Hawks. County Royals counter with 13. And I'll tell you, that 6-minute triple 2-minute penalty to the County Royal Boomhour really put the County Royals on their heels in that period, and they'll have a long time to you know, try and correct that as Christian Crystalline has played incredible in that first period. So 40 more minutes of action to go. Lots of time for the Royals to come back, but these, I'll tell you, the Durham Hawks are putting on quite a show again for their hometown faithful back in Durham. So we'll be right back after a short break. Stay tuned, folks. Share the stream and enjoy the ride. James and I'll be right back on NPHL Central. And welcome back, folks, from the Wellington County Arena here in Wellington. It's a 4-1 lead for the Durham Hawks, and that early 6-minute power play for Durham did not help the Royals at all. And I guarantee in that dressing room they're saying, hey, you know, boys, we are right there with them when we're 5-on-5. We just can't. It was just a series of unfortunate events. That too many men on the ice penalty, and then the instigator and whatnot that added to the 2-minute minor. In 6 minutes is hard to kill off against any team, but Durham has so much firepower. It's incredibly difficult to do it for that length of time, which ended up giving them the 4-1 lead. We'll have the summary of that period right after the out-of-town scoreboard. Around the league, Tamworth and Westport's game is a final 8-4 for Westport over Tamworth. Iron Prior Rivermen fall to the Akwesasne Wild 7-4. The South Stormont Mustangs, I tried to be creative there, leading the South Grenville Rangers 8-3. And in that one, Isaac Barr with a goal, 3 assists, a goal and 2 assists for Brenda Jacombe. Duncan Campbell with 3 assists and 2 goals and an assist for Connor Sills in that one. And they've switched up goalies and whatnot. 16-17 stops by Scott Cole. So, maybe, South Stormont, that is a team that you do not want to mess around with. They can score in bunches. Deserano scored again. It's 9-1 now over Lindsay. And my friend there, Julie Albertson, she'll be excited to hear that. Going 4 assists for Luke Brown. Jason Shaw for assists. A goal and 2 assists for Greg Arnberg. And Cameron Ewell with 2 goals and an assist. 3 assists as well for Alex Ewell in that game. The Mariners, as the Poggan Falls Rapids look to get revenge on their 14-0 loss the other night. But going into the third, Manotick leading 6-3 over Poggan Falls. A lot better game tonight for Poggan Falls. I mean, they have Kevin Domingue. He's got 2 goals on the evening. The other goal is Keon Tricoli Roic. So once they get all their ducks in a row, Ryan and Carter Peck out there, Champagne, once they get rolling, they are going to be fine and dandy, let me tell you. The Manotick side of the ice, 2 goals and assists for Ryan Lau. Jonathan Sear with 3 assists and 2 assists for Ben Finkelstein. 2 goals for Emile Poirier. I'm going to have to look at how to pronounce that properly. And Tilbury Bluebirds and the Stratford Irish are tied at 3 going into the third period. Tilbury, goals and assists for Aiden Ryan and Sal Peralta. And the other goal by Dylan Denum. Stratford Irish, goal and assist for Thomas Hernandez, and the other goal for Matthew Montgomery and Cole Thiessen. The Ritos and the Tweed Oil Kings, that is going to be a battle royal, and they are just starting the second period, and the Smith Falls Ritos are getting the better of them in the first period, 15-8 the shots on goal, and the score is 4-0 for the Smith Falls Ritos, and the league leader in points, Tate Leeson, getting off to a good start with 2 assists. Goals tonight from Smith Falls coming from Brett Costello, Reed Russid, Devin Cobbled, and Kyle Dowdall. In that one, goals and assists for Costello, and Dallas Slack has stopped all 8 shots he's faced in that game. That's early on as well, folks. The Lakers and the Blitz, they're just ending the first period, and Lakers goal scorer Brody Martin, he netted the twine, and for the Orangeville Blitz, the goal scorers were Ben Thompson and Andrew Witten. 2 assists for Leland DeLangley. For the Blitz, Coyotes and Ironman in that first period, 3-0 now for the Halton Hills Coyotes, as they are looking for their first victory of the season, I'm pretty sure. 3 goals in the summary, and that are 2 goals for Nikolai Salov, and a goal for Austin Mayetta. In this one here, first period goals summary brought to you by nobody. Calvin Watasic from the County Royals got them off and running from Brandon Peaver and John Sammies. Dawson Baker from Brock Ackerman. Durham tying it up at 1, and the next 3 are from Durham as well. Austin Jeffers from Carter Clark and Luigi Martone. Andrew Reinold from Justin Lemke and Dakota Betts. And then Dakota Betts gets a goal of his own from Dawson Baker and Andrew Reinold. Shots on goal in that period 25-13 in favor of Durham. But remember, folks, in that period, Nate Boomhauer took a he served the too many men on the ice penalty. He also took a slashing penalty, and he got into a fight, which he got the instigator for. There was a 6-minute power play for Durham, and they scored twice on it. So we'll see if it'll be a 2-1 game if it wasn't for that. And County Royals have played really well without that long power play for Durham. So we're off and running here in the second period, and that puck goes back to Lemke into center ice, and they'll regroup and set this one up. Across the line in the neutral zone, and that's left there for Ackerman. Across the blue line, along the wall here, into the slot, back to Baker, and they'll turn and set it up smartly. With 18 seconds remaining on the power play. Baker across to Reinold. He'll shoot that through and hit a leg. Baker along the half wall. That's thrown to the slot, but hits the stick there. More, and he'll dump it down the ice, and that will kill the rest of this power play. And there is a goaltending switch. Alex Lapazera getting his first look here in Durham. He was incredible for Gann, and I'll give you his stats from the playoffs last season, as well as his regular season numbers. Turned over, thrown across, rink wide. Smith tried to direct it on net, and he can't. Throws it up through center. Knocked down by Nesbitt to Baker. And he'll send it in behind the net. Giving chase is Peaver. That boom shot from the point that was tipped in by Calvin Watasek. Rink wide pass. That's knocked off his stick, and Arnold can't get there in time. Drilled in. I want to make sure actually that is Lapazera. Just looks a little shorter here in Durham. He looked massive in Gannon-Aquay. He was an incredible goalie for Gann in the playoffs, and see what he can do tonight to keep this lead for Durham. That shot hits a leg, and Nesbitt oh boy, knocked his stick out of the way, and they were not happy with that. That pass over, and they're out. Stammies pass over, looking for the return pass. It will come, but it won't. Hit tape shot, and Lapazera will make that save, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Yep, Alex Lapazera in net. He was 3-2 last season, but in the playoffs he was 6-4 with a .432 goals against average and an .875 save percentage for Gannon-Aquay. He was absolutely incredible for them down to the wire for the Gannon-Aquay Islanders. Draw to the right of Lapazera. Steer that behind the net to Jeffers. Trying to go in after that was Arnold, and the bodies Jeffers along the wall, seeing if he can get the body going and spark his team. And he pulls his helmet right off his head, and not 100% sure what that's going to be, but the Royals need to skate away right here. They are going to get a power play to this if they just stay out of the scrum. That's what the Hawks want to do. They want to pull them into a penalty so it negates their power play. And a smart play there to get away from the skirmish to the right there. Well, yeah, a lot of jawing going on by Russell Bradley, and it's probably going to continue throughout this game. Looks like two guys going to the box for the Hawks, and maybe a 5-on-3 for the County Royals. Well, as they get this figured out here, just to let you know, that the Royals, they have a really tough and fast club. As you notice early on in this one, and there's a lot of additions that they've added to this team. They're going into a 5-on-3 here, and we'll see what they can do with it. I don't see any. Oh, the Royals do have a guy. No. The door is open, but it's not going to be for a penalty. They're just trying to figure out exactly what's going to transpire here. Looks like I can't see how many guys are in the box there. The high boards, but here looks to me like it's a 5-on-3. But we will see at any rate. And here we go. Yep, face off. Yeah, 5-on-3 for the Wellington County Royals. So 2 2-minute minors. Yeah, looks as though 2 2-minute minors to the county for the County Royals, and a 5-on-3 power play commence into their own zone. And the Royals will try and move out with it quickly through center. Great speed by Samus. Knocked off the puck. He's in and he's calling it offside. And that's going to kill a lot of the clock. In behind his own net. Betts, he'll snap that one 200 feet. Brandon Peaver behind his own net. The pass over will connect across the blue line. Throwing it in behind the net. Watasic into the corner and looking back to the point. Samus. DDD pass, ripped a shot, and a great stop by Alex Lepazzera. And that's drilled down the ice. Crystalline, incredible in that first period. Pass over to Watasic. Needs a stick there. Throwing it back down into the corner. Sauce pass, and he almost banked it in off the defenseman. Walking out, shooting, and Lepazzera there to make that save. Back to the point. The pass over to the hash marks. That goes back to Peaver. Peaver sends it over to Samish. Down into the corner there. Moore can't get there. And Durham will nicely play that down all the way to Crystalline. 30 seconds remaining in this 5-on-3, and they got a couple nice shots, but didn't result in any goals. This will be their last ditch effort here. Samus across the blue line and in. Looking to drop that puck. Behind him, no, he'll go back to the blue line. The shot through, and he just missed the far side, and he banked it back in front of the net. 2 men diving for it, and a Hawk will come up with it first, and it's sent all the way down the ice to Malcolm Hurd. Turning in his zone with great speed through center. Across the blue line. How's she going? Shot, and Lepazzera with a nice save there. Bodied along the wall was Zach Brooks. And Durham Nesbitt will take control of that puck. The sift pass to Small, and he couldn't complete the play. Bradley back to the blue line. The slap pass was picked off, and the Hurd will march out through center. Shot hits a defenseman. Drop pass. Chance shoots, and Lepazzera at the top of the blue paint make the save and cover up on the rebound. 15-10 to go. Durham Hawks just killing off a 5-on-3. Good opportunity there to get themselves back in this one. Draw to the right to Lepazzera, and problems going on with the score clock. No, there's a penalty coming. Maybe not. No, it's just must have had a little bit left in I'll find out. Arinitz through center. 2-on-1. Reinhold the pass, but what a great defensive play to break up that scoring chance. The Royals trying to get out with it. Digging for every inch. Reinhold leaves it for Ackerman. That pass over across the blue line, and it will not hit anybody. Thrown in. Neary settle this puck down. Wait for support. Long ice pass, and it's going to go 200 feet for an icing. So the penalty early on, a delay a game. No, they haven't updated what the penalties were on the website, but we will figure that out momentarily. I'm very curious to see why he was in the box for so long still. That puck in behind the net. The Royals looking to find a way to get back into this one before the third period. A couple of goals would be great, but one would be just fine. 2 goals down going into the third. Momentum. Betts across the blue line and snaps it on, hits him in the back. The rebound's there. Crystalline getting back into the blue paint just in time, and he'll hold on to that one for the faceoff. Crystal clean. Beautiful. James has got us off and running. The internet is perfect. He's messing around with it. I don't know what he does, but he does a great job doing it. This is across the line, trying to control that puck. 2 nice saves by La Pizzera, and he'll hold on for the faceoff. He's come in and he's faced quite a few shots here early on in this second period, and he has shut the door so far. Draw to the left of Pizzera, and it's 1 for the Hawks. Off the wall and a bit of collision at center ice. Take the 2 men down, and the Royals will have a chance to move it inside the zone. Samus turns it back to his own zone. That pass goes up to Arnold, a rink-wide pass, and that's caught by both refs. It's going to be a trip. And the Royals will go back to the power play. The next puck drop. And Dakota Betts is not too happy. Of course, he didn't mean to throw his knee out, because that's a good way to injure yourself. But yeah, he's going to go 2 minutes, and the Wellington County Royals will have an opportunity to cut this lead in half. The Hawks lead it 4-1 early on here in the second period. Draw 1 and drilled down the ice by the Hawks. Crystalline leaving it in behind the net. Royals will look to march out through center. Good pass there, hits tape. Throwing it in behind the net. On his horse is Donovan. He can get there first and put his man against the wall in the battle. 3 Hawks though, which means there's going to be a couple of men open. 1 at the point. He's got it now. Beaver. DDD pass. Hard pass over with Tasic and a great block. And that is sent down the ice. Beaver will be the first one there to pick it up. Samus going back for support, and with Tasic. That pass goes over. A rink-wide pass. Back across again. Drop pass, Samus. Waited a little too long, and he couldn't find it in the slot. It was Tyson Brown in the corner. Looking back to the blue line. Watasic gets the behind the back pass. Back, the shot. He just fired it far side and wide. Beaver to Watasic. He's drilled by Nesbitt. Watasic pinned himself against the wall there, so he didn't take the brunt of that hit. Line change for the Wellington County Royals as well as Durham for the last 30 seconds of this penalty. Pass up. Good head man. Good head up to get in through center. Arnold drops it. Looking back to the point. He gets there in time. The shot through. There's the redirect there to steer that to the corner. Back to the blue line. This shot. Can't get it through. Is Donovan in front of the net trying to battle. He's all tied up. He's got to move it into the slot. The pass over. Trying to get it in front again. Wicked shot would have been really good there as Josh Robinson has one, but he elected to pass it off to the corner and ends up with no shot on goal. Robinson drops that off, flips it in through center with Tasic. Across the blue line with a beautiful pass, and Robinson drops it back with Tasic. Bouncing puck again, and that's drilled through center. In on goal now, Clark shoots, and a toe save made by Crystalline. Bodied against the wall. Baker with a good hit there. Betts turns on a dime. Moves it in across the blue line, and that pass just in front of Clark. Did not connect. Neary bodies his man there, and Durham Hawks look to press and maybe get their first real chance of the second period. Crystalline with 2 nice saves there. And they'll drill it down the ice to relieve the pressure. And they'll have to regroup. Dakota Betts looking up to see if they're changing, but they were not, so he'll take his time. Pass tipped over. Durham. A drop pass, but a huge hit along the wall breaks up that scoring chance. Clark, backhand pass to the slot. Moffat. Oh, what a great move, but an even better save by Crystalline. Back to the blue line, Dakota Betts. Pass to the top of the circle. Oh, he threw it over to Moffat, right into his feet. And Wellington County, long ice, right up, tried the feed and could not connect to Tyson Moore. He has been everywhere tonight, number 94 for Wellington County. Played by Matt Donovan to knock that puck down, and they need a line change. That's going to be... Are they getting a too many men again? Yep. The Wellington County Royals are getting their second too many men on the ice penalty of the game. And that is going to be tough. We are just over the halfway point of the game. And Durham will go back to the power play. 9:39 remaining here in the second period. A timeout for for the Wellington County Royals. I wanted to bring up. Where is he here? I wanted to bring up Calvin Watasic. Former Smith Falls Rito. He was added to the roster. He's been around the NPHL since 2019, playing for Deserano, South Stormont, the Maxville Millionaires, and most recently with the Ritos, where he was a huge part of their continued success over his 3 seasons leading up to their trip to the finals last season, where as a team leader he scored 6 goals and added 5 assists in his 16 games played. In the season prior, he had 8 goals and 15 assists in 16 games. 18 games. His offense is unquestionable. His defense is off the charts. He is the type of player you can build a team around, and that's what County Royals are trying to do. Looking in front of the net now on a power play for Durham, scoring twice on that 6-minute minor for the too many men, the slashing, and the instigator. Only faked the shot. Dakota Betts throws it back down to Lemke to the top of the circle for Ackerman. Ackerman turning, looking to Betts. But he'll go down low. Holding on to that puck for a moment. Back to Betts. The shot through, and oh, what a nice save there. And I'll tell you that it is his hometown as well, so you can bet that he loves every moment he gets a step on the ice for his Wellington County Royals. 1 minute, 27 seconds remaining here in the second period. In the penalty here. 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Back to the point. Betts trying to clear the way here for Baker. And it will. And Baker will give it over to Betts. Betts, that stick check, knocks the puck down in front of the net. And they'll drill it down 200 feet. Lapazera comes out to stop it. And Betts will pick it up. Half the power play has come and gone. Pass over to Lemke across the blue line, and a good hit, but he squiggles out of that one. Looking over to the half wall, that'll go back to the point to Dakota Betts. Pass over, look at the close passing, and then a sauce across ice. Ackerman looking into the slot, good stick lift there, and they'll dump it down 200 feet for Malcolm Hurd. Rhino, they got a little crossed up there. Jones. Chris Jones, and he's hit. That's in. Non-goal. Reinhold goes around him, looks into the slot, shoots, and he scores. And Durham scores on the power play, their 3rd power play goal of the game. And they now lead it 5-1 over the Wellington County Royals. Peyton, there's actually a bunch of fans in front of us and up in the Task Force Lounge. There's a lot of fans way up there, so yeah, that's that's where they're all sitting in the comfy bar and restaurant that they have in this incredible arena. Durham controls the puck with 7:50 to go. He flips it in to the corner. Trying to come away with it. And back to the blue line, and it's out. O'Donnell into his own zone. Throw that along to the half wall. They'll go into the corner. Moving behind the net, and they'll start to get set up. Martone, wide pass. Sifts the pass up now, and they're across the blue line. He's in on a 1-on-4. Somehow gets the play to Martone, and he's in. Martone trying to fire it on net, and he can't. Smith shooting a great save there to Smith at the blue line, but he'll leave it for Bruinsma. Snap shot through in the redirect. Martone will pick it up in the corner, and Durham looking to take control of this game. Shot through, and it's stopped by Crystalline. Saw it at the very last second. Face off to the right of Crystalline. There's a draw to the right, and it's a scrum draw. Into the corner. Trying to shovel it along. Bradley tried to move it in front of the net, and he can't. Along the wall, he's bodied, trying to keep control of it. Backhand pass, Nesbitt the shot from the blue line, a penalty coming to the Royals. What a pass to Smith, just out of the reach. Shot and great save there by Crystalline again. And this draw with 6:21 to go and another power play for Durham. They got to stay out of the box, but I mean, the thing is you've got to play defensively. You've got to play with an edge, and you know, penalties are going to come and go. They just got to start killing them, and it's easy to say, but Durham is such a really powerful power play that it ain't easy. Justin Arnold not happy with the penalty. It's back to the point, chipped up in through center. And Jeffers will go back to get it, but he's being chased down by Matt Donovan. That drop pass to O'Donnell. He's looking for Bruins on the left, but he's covered. Moffat through center. They'll flip it in and give him chase on this. And Durham gets there first. That's rung around the boards. Kept in at the blue line. Pass over to the, oh, what a shot. The rebound's there, and Crystalline again will make another nice save. And it's dumped down the ice. LaPizzera coming in here in the second period, yet to allow a goal. And Durham out of their own zone. Jeffers across the blue line now. He keeps the whole way, the length of the ice in behind the net. He's bumped off the puck. Brandon Peaver will have to give way to Luigi Martone. Luigi throwing it back in behind the net for Moffat. He's shoved against the wall by Brandon Peaver. Looking in front, can't convert. Peaver throwing it all the way down the ice. That'll kill off some of the time. 45 seconds remaining. Good pass up ice, and that could be too many men on the ice. It is. Too many men on the ice. Too quick of a line change, and that is the third too many men on the ice penalty of this game. Goodness me. Five-1 Hawks here in Wellington County. I wanted to thank Durham Hawks as well for having us here. I know that we're in Wellington County, and it's a Wellington County home game, but Durham actually had us come down here, requested our services, and we greatly appreciate it. Lindsay and Stefan Horn getting a hold of me, and we worked out all the details, and we couldn't appreciate it more. They've got a great club, let me tell you. It's incredible to watch, and we hope to do a lot more games for them in the very near future. That pass across the blue line, and Andrew Reinhold was really close to knocking that off his stick, and he would have been away. And then those magic hands. Jones that tried the toe drag release, but he couldn't connect. Dakota Betts just missed that one as well. And out through center comes Calvin Watasic. Just lost the puck there. And they'll have to retreat with 4:30 remaining here in the second period. And in 5 seconds, the Wellington County Royals will go to the power play. Dakota Betts through center with a crisp pass there. DeMayo on his left, but he's around a man in, and a great shot. Just missed the far side. Dakota Betts, basically like having a forward out on the ice, but he plays such a great D that it's hard to tell what position he's playing at times. It's incredible. They'll go down for an icing. They'll bring it all the way back into the Wellington zone. To the left of Crystalline. Durham doing the smart thing and moving it back to the neutral zone and dumping it in to kill more of the clock. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Rolling puck. They got to settle it down, and they will. He's hit by Nesbitt at the blue line. Thrown in, giving chase. But a nice defensive play by the Royals. It's in along the half wall. Trying to turn it out is Baker. He'll throw it back into his own zone to kill more of the clock. Snaps it down. Chipped up to Watasic. Nice play over just in front of Brooks. Brooks trying to make his way to the net. Nesbitt will have none of it. Brooks behind the net, throwing it back to the point. The penalty is coming to an end. Good play at the blue line to keep it in. Pass over to the top of the circle, but he was man on him immediately. Trying to kick it out. The blue line turns. Straddles the blue line and throws it in behind the net to Watasic. Throws it out in front of the net and a shot. La Pizzera there and makes an incredible save to keep him off the score sheet. What a post-to-post save by La Pizzera. Came out of his net to challenge him. Cut down more of the net. Face off to his left. Hurd at the draw for Wellington County. Martone wins the draw. Durham is out through center. Bruinsma, that pass to him. Throw it in and try and go around a man. Good body along the wall as they reverse it and go back the other way. Moffett can't come up with it. In through and across the blue line. And in now a 4-on-2. That snapshot and a great save by La Pizzera. But this may catch him right here and a 3-on-1. Back checking quickly is Robinson. That shot is gobbled up by Crystalline. Great back and forth action. Power plays have been really the talk of the town in this game for the Durham Hawks. The penalties have just really hurt the Wellington County Royals, and Durham has taken full advantage of that fact. Clark gets waved out for Jones, and it'll go right to Clark anyways. The slot, dropped, shot, and Crystalline will snap and gobble that one up, and no rebound as well, which is key because they were hunting down that puck around the blue paint. Try this again. Oh, a nice try there by Jones. Tried, as they say, walk him. Jones back to the blue line. Jeffers was covered. It'll make it deep into the zone, and Wellington County Royals try to get out through center, but here's Clark. Pass over off his foot. Wellington County trying to get around him there, and he just bumped off the puck a few times. Matt Donovan, he tried to stay with it. Just couldn't. Durham. Reinhold across the blue line. Getting into the slot, and he ripped a shot. The rebound's right there. Into the hole. Boy, just missed Reinhold right in front of the net. Back to the blue line. The shot through and stopped by Crystalline. And the bumping. Lemke didn't like it. Oh, it's just going to keep going until one of them gets wound up. And who's going? Might be a couple of them. Arnold may be going again. He's not happy right now. Yep. The face-off is one back. The shot through. Crystalline will make the save. No penalties on the play. There's good rough and tumble hockey. DDD, that blew his stick in half. Backhand pass, it's a foot. Rhino that tried to get that to Baker in front. Flip it out to the blue line. DeMaio, shot through. Crystalline trying to find it with his blocker. DeMaio, shot from the point, stopped by Crystalline. He makes the second one as well as it squirts into the corner. We're coming up to the 1 minute mark of the second period. And that's fired down the ice, and that's going to go 200 feet for an icing. Draw to the right, left of Crystalline here to end this first period. 58.1 seconds remaining. 5-1 Durham. Wellington County still with some hope to win this one, I'll tell you. Seth Van Vleck. He gets the return pass. He'll dump it in along the boards and they'll move it in. Looking in behind the net. It's out through center now. Jake Robinson throws it in. Lapazera there, he'll just leave it behind his own net, and they'll try and work it out to end this second period and hopefully keep a 4-goal lead. It's a foot, squirts out through center. Baker can't come up with it. Latasic tried to get it over. If he could have got a stick on that, St. Pierre would have been gone and running. Chance here, knocked off the puck. Ackerman looking Reinhold, and he couldn't convert. To the point, ripped a shot, and a great save by Crystalline. And that is going to end the frame. Shots on goal in that period. Durham Hawks 15, County Royals 8 total, 40-21 in favor of Durham. We will be back, folks. We'll have a short break, little flood, and we'll have the third period right after this. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You're enjoying it. NPHL Central will return right after this. And we are back in PHL Central, bringing you live coverage of the Wellington County Royals as they host the Durham Hawks. A 5-1 lead for Durham. We'll give you the update on that period. Games around the league tonight. The Lumberjacks 8-4 win over Tamworth, 7-4. Akwesasne over the Rivermen, 7-4. The South Stormont Mustangs, 9-3 final now from that game there. I mean, South Stormont, they're looking to change their fortune this season. Coming out to a slow start, going 1-2. The Bulldogs beat up on the Barn Cats 11-1 tonight, 7-3. Coming to the close, Manotick leading the Poggin Falls Rapids. The Irish leading the Blue Birds 6-5. It's got 14 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the third. The Oil Kings have stormed back and are down 6-4 going into the third period. That second period for them, 4 goals, all unanswered. And then Tate Leeson again, scoring from Graham Brown and Brett Costello. Smith Falls is going to be one tough team, I'll tell you, this season. The Blitz leading the Lakers 5-1, and the Coyotes leading the Ironmen 5-1 is that score. And the Coyotes, they're looking for their first win of the season, and it may come tonight. Your scoring summary in that second period is as follows. The Durham Hawks have scored 5 straight goals, all unanswered, and only one of them came in the second. Jake O'Donnell from Andrew Reinhold. And Reinhold, he has a goal and 2 assists on the evening, and has been a really a pesky player for County Royals to cover. Goal and 2 assists. Dawson Baker and Dakota Betts both with a goal and an assist. The other goal scorer is Austin Jeffers and Jake O'Donnell. 20, well, they haven't split, so we'll check it out here. They put in Lepizera in the second period. He stopped all 8 shots that he faced. Listen to that crowd. They're cheering on the Royals. They still believe. Shots in that period were 17-8 in favor of Durham. Little correction as that period came to a close. So we'll have action here right shortly, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And Lepizera back in the net for the Durham Hawks. Thank you, Sylvia. Very much appreciate it, my dear. Hope you had fun tonight at your party, and I hope you're home safe now. Cheryl, I appreciate you agreeing with her. Okay, great, you're home. Your mom just messaged me, I'm glad. We've got action here in the third period, and I hope you had a good time. And the puck's dropped, and we are back in the zone for Wellington County into the neutral zone. Scrum ensues, and Dakota Betts wins that battle. Across the blue line, the pass over will hit Tate. Looking to drop it there. Couldn't control the puck on that wet surface. I wish they would have waited a little longer to let the ice settle. But the game was about 20 minutes late. That could be the reason why they wanted to get it off and running. O'Donnell. That pass up ice. It'll be knocked away. Moffat's stick. And he'll give a little shot in the corner. They throw it out in front. Wide open there was a Wellington forward. Nice hit. Arnold has got a bee in his bonnet tonight, let me tell you. 61 for the County Royals. And another too many men on the ice penalty. That is 4 too many men on the ice penalties tonight. 3 for the Royals and 1 for Durham. I don't think I've ever seen so many too many men on the ice penalties in my entire life of watching hockey in one game. So Durham will go to the power play, and not the start of the period that Wellington County wanted. They feel like they are still able to come back in this game big time. They've been playing very well. The goaltender, Christian Crystalin, has been really impressive throughout the first 40 minutes. So he'll get tested early here in the third. Durham, their own zone. That pass will go up too far, and it's going to be an icing, and that'll kill some time for Wellington County on this 5-on-4. Face off to the right of Alex Lepizera, as I was saying, came in the second period. Stopped every shot, put his way. Tied up at the draw, Matt Bruinsma. He's such a fast skating guy. And put him on defense, put him on forward, it don't matter. He does a great job, both ends of the ice. And that went up into the County Royals bench, so it will be just outside the blue line of the Durham zone. Minute 34 remaining here in the power play, 18:30. Only a minute 30 off the clock here in the third. Dakota Betts. Nice move around him to get in on a 2-on-1 opportunity with Reinhold. He'll throw it behind the net to him. Lemke will control that puck. He'll cycle it back to Andrew Reinhold. Back in down low again. Cross ice to Dakota Betts, and he fans on it. Turns back to the blue line along the half wall to Ackerman. Come back to the blue line and turn it over again here to Baker. Tick-tick play. Fired towards the net, looking for a redirect. Wellington County Royals will send it out through center and try and get a quick line change in as well. Dakota Betts, that's turned over, and it's Calvin Watasek on goal. Watasek scores! Calvin Watasek, the captain, keeps the motor running, and they're down by 3, and a bit of frustration from the Durham Hawks. Calvin Watasek, local boy, left his Smith Falls Ritos to come back home, and there's no animosity there at all. He loves his Wellington County guaranteed, you can tell, and from what I've seen him saying, he's happy to be home. He'll miss Smith Falls, but nothing like home cooking. Oh, he tripped on an errant stick there. Was Smith. Shoveled into the corner now, and Durham will pick it up. Back to the point to Smith. This is an opportunity here where Durham cannot get lackadaisical here, and Wellington let them come back into this game, get some momentum. Hurd trying to get to it. He blew a tire. Trying to forecheck that play. That's going to go 200 feet again for an icing. Smith was looking to make a line change, but he'll have to wait. 8 seconds left in the power play. Wellington County has got this crowd in a buzz. 3 goals separates this from being a tie game. Arnold wins it back. They'll go back to the point, and it hops over the stick of Peaver. Go back into his own zone, and when he retrieves the puck, they will be 5 aside. That pass goes up. And a little bit of miscue there from Brooks and Sammys. Rink wide pass to Baker. He can't connect, but Reinhold controls, shoots, and he fired it up over the net. Hit a stanchion and dropped right onto Arnold's stick. Drop past, stay on side. Took a hit, but the Durham Hawks knock it off his stick. Arnold searching for the puck. He finds it. He goes back to the point. Robinson turns, shoots. The rebound's there. Lepizera will make the save. Trying it out in front of the net, and they can't connect, and it's drilled all the way down the ice. And that's going to go 200 feet for an icing. 16-12 remaining here in the third period. And Wellington may have found their footing. And I really don't think that it's too late. But if Durham can turn it back up, they will be in a good position to complete this 60 minutes. Wellington looking to come back, and they will not give up. Calvin Watasek going in, and that forces this right here is DeMeo. It's along the wall trying to dig it out, but Watasek will get it first, and it goes all the way down. It was a smart play. He did have support there, trying to get it up fast as Durham looking for a line change. And look at the Wellington County forecheck. Jones in behind the net. They have no room to breathe, but they find a space. Lemke sent up ice. O'Donnell in across the blue line. The drop pass to Lemke across the blue line, looking into the slot, and he can't find him. Throwing it across to the dot, and he fired it up over the net. Back to the blue line, and it's out. Here comes Watasek. Watasek shoots it, and a nice save there by Lapazera. Back the other way they come with speed. Intensity starts to build here. Shot, and a nice save by Crystalline. Looking in behind the net for some type of movement. He's wide open in front. Crystalline keeps the pad down and makes two beautiful saves, and it's out the other way with good speed through center. Hurd shot it off the glass to the blue line. That'll be a hand pass if it's touched by Durham. There'll be a face-off inside the Hawk zone. 14:52 remaining here in the third period of this one from Wellington County. The Durham Hawks and the Wellington County Royals. These two played, as I said, last weekend, a 7-2 win for Durham. And this game, I'll tell you, feels like the same game as last weekend, where it was a battle for Durham the entire time, and Wellington stuck around all game and did not make it easy on them, giving themselves an opportunity to come back. That's going to be an offside and be brought all the way back, maybe down, all the way down, and yeah, be all the way down inside the Durham zone or just outside the Durham zone. Moffat here right in front of us. He just had an incredible game. Matt Donovan lined up beside him. And through the neutral zone and ripped down, and Crystalline will stop that one, and instead of searching for it and sign of all that equipment, just hold on for the whistle. Draw will be to his right. Half wall. Back to the point to Smith. He'll shoot that through. And that hit the foot of Cole St. Pierre. Goes in behind the net. Durham sets back up, down into the slot area there, but he didn't have an opportunity to shoot. He was all tied up, top of the circle. They'll regain possession of the puck, throwing it into the corner now. Looking into the slot. He'll think better of that until the last second when it opened up, and a 3-on-1 could break out here for the Royals. Across the blue line, the drop pass, and Ackerman. 5 Durham Hawks sprinting back into their own zone to make sure nothing came of that. Across the blue line now. Looking to snap it on goal. Lapazera there to blocker that one into the corner. Reinhold. That pass up ice, hits tape of Ackerman. He'll throw it in, and they'll make a wholesale change behind the net. Throwing it around to the blue line. Lemke. Good stick there. Wellington coming out through center. Wellington has found another gear here in this one. That pass hits the tape of Clark. He was hoping to kill the icing, but not in time. 13:17 to go. Third period action. 5-2 Durham. Wellington has picked up the pace for the purple and black. And they're really firing on all cylinders here tonight. The draw, it's a scrum draw, and it'll go back to the blue line. That shot will bounce its way, and Lapazera, keeping an eye on it, kicks that away. Coming back to the blue line, but they'll cycle it back down low along that half wall to the point. They need somebody in front of that net. The shot, Lapazera saw it all the way. Got to get somebody in front of him. Take his eyes away. Robinson to Arnold. Shot hits the stick of Clark. That's in front of the net, and a great play by Durham to close that opportunity off. Look to bounce in front of the net, and it'll come all the way back down, and a hot foot pursuit was Clark. So they're trying to make a line change and make it difficult for Wellington to try and move it out. Lemke, that pass over, knocked away by Arnold. He's out through center now, and he tripped over the Wellington Dukes logo in the middle of the ice, and Durham will bring it back the other way with good speed. Bruinsma. The drop pass, the give and go to Bruinsma, and that's broken up. The chip out of his own zone by Neary didn't work. Into the corner now and hit hard was St. Pierre. Donovan over. Smith, a nice move there to try and get around, or Betts, and he couldn't get it. Martone behind the net. They're trying to get that 4-goal lead back. Calvin Watasek negates the forecheck there. What a bombs away hit that would have been. Wojtaszek throwing it up through center. Just out of the reach of St. Pierre. Back into Durham's own zone. O'Donnell in behind his own net now. That pass hit a stiff spot of the wall and almost come right back onto the tape of Luke Donovan, sorry. Back in behind the net, Smale throws it back from which it came. Puts it back into his own possession, and the Wellington County Royals are being very precise with moving it out of their own zone, not wanting a turnover. That's out through center now. Calvin Wojtaszek with good speed. Across the blue line, turns back, tried to sift a pass in and just couldn't convert. Bradley will pick up that loose puck, go back to the blue line. That's held inside the zone. And a penalty coming. Oh, a shot in the yap. And we have got ourselves a little fisticuffs in the corner. And Jordan Nesbitt was having none of it. Nesbitt's going to go two. Jordan Nesbitt giving it to the Wellington County bench. He is not in a very good mood right now, let me tell you. It's going to be, I think, offsetting minors. No, that's an extra 2 minutes to the Durham Hawks, and Wellington County will go to the power play. To the right of Alex Lepizera. Calvin Wojtaszek wins the draw all the way back down to Crystalline. But Sammy's there will pick it up in behind his own net. Pass up to the neutral zone. Wojtaszek, that pass over, connects to Donovan. He's in across the line. Wojtaszek trailing him. He'll get it in the corner. Wojtaszek turns away, back to the point. Nice pass to Peaver, back to Wojtaszek. Wojtaszek the toe drag, and that's in the feet of DeMeo. Back to the point. Pass over. Tried to get it through Jeffers. He is a strong defenseman. Knocked off the puck, and that's going to be drilled down 200 feet. Crystalline in behind his own net will leave it there with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the third period. Trying to move out of their own zone with good speed. Just out of the way of Moffat as he had him set up for some damage. Crystalline leaves it there for Peaver. The pass over, hits him in flight. Across the red line and in. Oh, he tripped him up, and that's going to be a 5-on-3 with 43 seconds remaining, and that might be another one. Moffat's going to be out. Arnold. Moffat is not happy. And Moffat, I think that's going to be the end of his night. Fans are not happy. So we'll see what transpires here. Other additions this season for Wellington County was Ty Carswell, a former Gananoque Islander, a great two-way forward who has great hockey sense and a knack for the net. Carson Gallagher also, who played for the Deserano Bulldogs and had 2 goals and 5 assists in his 5 games. A solid hockey player, has all the tools to be a game changer on any given night. A massive move for the Royals that didn't get overlooked around the league is also the tough play of Kenny Murdoff. Something, I'll tell you, there is a lot going on here. A lot of cussing. He was a fan favorite in Oil Country last season for Tweed, not only with his strength, but he also added 10 points over 14 games, and with him, every player on the ice grows 4 inches taller, knowing Kenny will back him up. The Wellington County Royals have added the great balance of power, speed, scoring, touch, and leadership, and the love for their club. It's a very exciting first season for them and their town, who look to pack this arena every weekend and cheer on a winning franchise. And it looks like another 2 minutes for the Durham Hawks. And then for Durham as well, I wanted to mention another notable. As I was saying, Matt Bruinsman as well. He's got lightning fast speed and a great eye for the stretch passes we've seen here tonight. He adds another element of their offense, which could make this an absolute powerhouse. One other name that has put this team on the map, the series contender. He's not here tonight, former NHLer, 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Brian Bickle. Spending most of his career with the Chicago Blackhawks and 1 year spent with the Carolina Hurricanes, Bickle is a high-octane hockey player that is no stranger to the big stage and has really caused a buzz after the news broke that he became a member of Durham. Those additions will go a long way this season in giving them a real shot at the championship. But right now, it's a 5-on-3 for 43 seconds for Wellington County. That pass along the wall goes to the dot, looking for him short side, and he fired it and he heeled the puck. Goes back to the blue line and kept in. The backhand pass, neither one of them were sure who was going to get it. Waited too long, and it's out on a 2-on-1. Andrew Reinhold with Dakota Betts. Betts shoots, and a stop by Crystal, and it's bouncing in front, and they'll chip it back to the blue line. And Durham, after that big scrum, has found a bit of their wheels again. 18 seconds left on the 5-on-3. They want to move it up quick and get one more chance if they can score one and keep the 5-on-4 going after this penalty expires. 7 seconds left. The pass over, the chance, the shot, redirected in front. It's sitting in his feet, and he couldn't find it. Robinson throws it back. The one to hard pass, and a minute 13 left. In the 5-on-4, they'll have a chance. Tried to go a slot pass. The diving defensive play there negates that opportunity. Behind their own net with 1 minute remaining. Wellington County trying to make it a 2-goal game. Little head fake to get across the line and in. Looking into the slot, and he can't because the diving defenseman. Nice defensive play again by Smith. Brooks trying to dig it out. Donovan will, but Durham will send it all the way down. Crystal in, yes sir. Long ice pass as they're changing. They get across the line to Hurd. He'll turn back, and it'll go into the neutral zone. Backhand pass by Donovan. He'll get the return pass, and he'll dump it in. Arnold's in after it. LaPizzera plays it off the boards. Tried to sift it back in, but Durham will pick it off and send it up through center. Robinson got his foot on that one as Clark was on his way to the races. Ackerman in the corner, trying to dig this out. Nice pass up the ice there by Donovan. That pass will hit the tape of Hurd. Takes the hit there by Jeffers. Couple of shots there. The pass will be out of his reach. Arnold waits for his man to get onside. He's in. Arnold shoots short side, and a nice save by LaPizzera. And the net has come off its pegs. And we'll have a face-off with 7:18 to go to the right of Alex LaPizzera. Jeffers is a big, strong defenseman for Durham, and he's been involved in a lot of the great defense that's been going on in this game for Durham. To the left, actually, of LaPizzera. Face off. Scrum, but won by the Royals. This is turning into quite a rivalry after only 2 games. Bruinsma trying to get around him, and he's knocked off the puck and to the seat of his pants, but he's right back up and forechecking quickly to Saint-Pierre. He'll throw that in behind the net. The pass over and up through the neutral zone to Calvin Watasic. Trying to shovel it up there, and it's just out of the reach of Tyson Moore. Durham comes out of their own zone. Tried to flip it out through center, but County will pick that pass off. Bruinsma loses the puck. Looking into the slot, but he went too close to the goalie, and it's turned over. Durham, what a play. He's in. Andrew Reinhold scores! Puts it top shelf, and it's back to a 4-goal lead. Reinhold, a magician with that stick at times, and the 2 poke checks to get it past the Wellington County defenseman. Makes it a 6-2 lead for Durham. Boy, he's got magic hands, let me tell you. What a goal. Number 16, the captain for Durham. Draw 1 for Wellington County. Reinhold again. He'll chip it along the wall. Flipped out through center. On his horse is Arnold. He's in on goal trying to protect the puck. Tried to throw it back out in front, but he was filled in there by Dakota Betts. Back around to the other side to O'Donnell. Along the half wall. Throws it into the slot area, and he can't come up with that one. Flipped up to Dakota Betts. He'll pick that up. Knocked back in. O'Donnell will go back and chase that one. Baker turns that over to Arnold, but La Pizzera there to make the save, and he'll neatly pick that up and hold on for the whistle. 5:47 to go here in the third, and a 6-2 lead for the Durham Hawks. Well, it's a steep mountain to climb. Trying a late moment in change, and Arnold will have to take the face-off. He'll win the draw. Back to the point. Shot through a screen and a redirect. Goes wide of the net. La Pizzera there to make that save. Rung around the boards. To the half wall. And that's knocked away. And back into the Durham zone. Smith head up the whole way, looking for an opportunity to feed Lemke, and he will. And that's going to be offside. Just inside the Wellington County blue line. What a great game, and I'll quickly update you folks if I can find it here. We have no games scheduled yet for next weekend, but November 1st we're doing the Barry's Bay versus Poggin Falls game. Very excited to do that. And then November 21st we'll be doing the Durham Hawks again versus the Lindsay Barn Cats from Lindsay. It's a beautiful arena, folks. You got to get down there and see that one as well. It's into the neutral zone. Lemke will throw it. And Michael Hunter will go in after it. Behind his own net. Knocked down at the blue line. Great hand-eye by Clark. That was knifed down the ice, but that could be another too many men on the ice if he would have touched it. Donovan. Pass over, connects, and they're out with Hurd. Throws it on goal. La Pizzera will stop it, but they didn't get to the puck there. And right in after that was Seth Van Vlack. That's thrown out through center now. Michael Hunter, he'll drill that in, and that is going to be an icing. Face off to the right. The Wellington net. Christian Crystalin has played a great game tonight. Don't look at the score. He's hadn't had a chance on any of them. Great shots by Durham. Great forechecks as well to convert into goals. And through center now. Shot stopped by Crystalin. Directs that into the corner. Smale knocked off the puck. Flipped out through center, just out of the reach of Calvin Watasek. DeMayo. He'll send that back down into the Wellington County zone. Turning in his own end, out through center. Nice move around him. Stays with the puck, even on his knees. He'll send that cross rink to Kirby. Trying to throw it in front, and Rhino pick that up and send it through center. Ackerman feeds Rhino into his feet, and he almost was able to make a play on it. But Wellington County thwart that opportunity. Coming out of his own net is zone is Kirby. He'll turn that over in the pass to Dakota Betts will take that away from Watasic and dump it into the zone. Round to the corner. They'll look to move it out through center. The drop pass. And they're in across the blue line to Kirby. The shot, a kick save by La Pizarra. Watasic mishandles that puck. And it's thrown out through center and down the ice. Now, Colin icing. I felt like they were on the other side of the puck there and could have negated the ice, but to no avail. Thank you, Cheryl, big time, and we appreciate your continued support for the channel. Every single week, James and I really look forward to your comments and your sharing and supporting the league the way that you do. We couldn't appreciate it more. Thank you so much. To the blue line, the shot, and that's deflected off a body, and they're off to the races on a 2-on-1. Baker shoots and wires one top shelf, and it's 7-2 now. Same score as last weekend for the Durham Hawks. What a bullet shot there by Dawson Baker. My goodness. And they've stretched it out to a 5-goal lead, their biggest of the game. 2:51 to go here in the third period. I mean, that was bar down. What a shot that was. Across the line. They're just in offside. Durham looking to come out of their own zone with speed. Dakota Betts to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, the pass into the slot area there. And couldn't connect. Knocked off the puck there. Trying to move it in behind the net. Causing a little bit of interference. And O'Donnell throwing it into the slot. The chance there and a kick save by Crystal Lynn. The shot hits the back of the net. Trying to move away with it. And they will. Trying to sift it up through center. Opportunity here with great speed for Cody Clancy into the slot. Shot and La Pizarra there again with a great save. Robinson. High slot area, and they'll turn it onto a 3-on-1 now. Lemke, Clark, and a shot. A great save by Crystalin with two. Gets his stick tied up, and Crystalin will make the third save as well. Jones was in on the action on that one as well. But Crystalin was up to the challenge. County Royals have outshot Durham in this period 17-8. The total are 50-38 in favor of Durham. But Wellington County is not something that can take lightly, I can tell you that. And Durham really had to turn up the heat here in the third period to increase this lead to a 7-2 score. That's chipped cross ice, Lemke with it. Trying to come out through center and create another scoring opportunity. Jones tried to throw that in front. He'll go back to the point. He'll walk in and shoot it high, and Crystalin will stop that. It's right in front of me. Didn't see it, but neither did the ref, and they'll blow it dead. A little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net, and after the whistle, that might just end one of their nights. Some close games around the league tonight. The Bluebirds leading the Irish 7-6. The Ritos leading the Oil Kings 7-5. That game is in its infancy of the third period. Shows here 14 minutes and 12 seconds. Blitz leading the Lakers 9-1, and the Coyotes look to win their first game of the season as they lead the Six Nations Ironmen with 7:45 to go here in the third. I don't know what that is. That draw is won by Wellington County. Into his feet, and he couldn't move it. Goes to the blue line, knocked down by Reinhold again, and a shot and a great save. The rebound is on the doorstep, and it's picked up by Crystalin. I wish they would add this music all game. Face off one, back to Durham, but it will get out over the blue line. Through center now. Across the line for Wellington. A bouncing puck goal And that is not a, oh, what a bad goal by La Pizarra. Those bouncing pucks are tricky. He wants to just make the glove save and hold on, but it makes an extra skip and goes up and over him, and that is not an easy play indeed. Pucks thrown up back into Wellington zone. 54 seconds. It's 7-3 now in favor of Durham, and this game will wind down. But I'll tell you, the next time these two teams play, it's just going to be even more intense. And Wellington County, they've got a lot of good things to look forward to this season, I believe. And Durham, I mean, they are just stacked full of talent as well. And that's thrown into the slot. They've shot stopped by Crystal and up and down this lineup. Betts shot from the point, and that stopped. And from what Justin from Durham was telling me before the game, some of their guys are not suited up that were in last weekend's game as well. But the Nesbitts, Moffats, Dakota Betts, the Smith, very tough, Clark, tough players. Wojtaszek trying to go around a man, and he was held on to. And that's going to be a 2 minute for holding. They had a little chuckle there after the penalty was called. Draws one and shoveled down the ice. 4 seconds. That is going to end it. Here from Wellington County, your final score, Durham 7 and Wellington County 3 in a hard-fought contest. A great game, and I look forward to doing the next one. I'd give the 3 stars. 3rd star to Calvin Wojtaszek, 2 goals. He was making stuff happen in every opportunity he could and kept grinding for his team. Dakota Betts, he had 2 assists on the night, and I know that that Dawson Baker had 2 goals and an assist on the evening. I just felt like Dakota Betts was an influential player at every moment that he was on the ice, and defensively and offensively he got the job done. And Andrew Reinold, the captain, he had 2 goals and 2 assists, and again, every time his number was on the ice, his number was called, he answered the bell. So that's my 3 stars. Also Austin Jeffries, a goal. And it was a really great game. The score doesn't dictate exactly what went on here in Wellington County. But your scores from around the league as well, ones that we haven't finalized yet. The Bluebirds beat the Irish 7-6. Leading the Irish 7-6. That is now, yes, a final. The Ritos, again, they're leading 7-5 over the Tweed Oil Kings. 7:05 remaining in the 3rd period. The Blitz beat the Lakers 9-1. And the Coyotes are on the cusp of winning their first of the year over Six Nations as they lead that 5-2 with 4 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. So for myself, James, and all of NPHL Central Nation, we want to thank you for tuning in, folks. And we love bringing you these games, folks, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Till next time, bye for now.